Hey, shalom, shalom. Yahba Shimi Ashaba Shimakaka, that's Barakatah. Wa Barakatah, Makim. Yeah, man, I was on Facebook and I seen a picture, man. Really I decided to repost a video, and when I attempted to repost it, as you can see, this is the notification I got. It says independent fact checker at Lead Stories. Salakia, I'm driving right now. Of course, says independent fact checker at Lead Stories. PolitiFact say this post has false information to help stop the spread of false news. A notice will be added to your post if you decide to share this. You know what I'm saying? In this post, as you can see, I don't think you can see the bottom of it. It says there's a spike in corona because there's a spike in testing, and it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom, underneath it says if there's a spike in the IQ test, there'll be a spike in stupidity in foods too. You know, so just the fact that it's connected to the coronavirus. And this statement really, it derives from the statement at the top by saying it's a spike in corona cases because it's a spike in testing. Well, that's true. You know what I'm saying? And you don't, just because they say it don't mean it's real. You know? Just like Esau and Satan or the devil himself, you know, the deceiver, you know, and the adversary. He controls the narrative, so they'll tell you don't believe everything on the internet, but then, you know, utilize the internet is heavily utilized, you know, and it does have good information on there, a lot of it, you know. Just like you can lie on the internet, you can lie in a book. Only thing is that it's copywritten and authorized by the government. All right, there's a lot of lies in books that people put out, you know, so. This right here is proof on how Esau is his lies and deceit are controlling the narrative, man. You know, because when people start making sense, now they starting to put an asterisk by it to basically quench the spirit, man. You know, so I want to get this precept and, you know, just close it out. There ain't nothing too much to it. We're gonna go to Ephesians chapter 4 verse 14. It says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried away, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive. You see? So, you know, us as men of the Lord, we don't go for all that bullshit on the news and all that BS on the news and everything that's going around, you know, that the sorceries of Esau and the deceit of Esau, man. We put two and two together and like, yo, man, that don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. You know, I was having a discussion with somebody and I was telling them about this. Oh yeah, they talking about this corona this and corona that. It's a spike, you know. And I was they basically was defending why the news started talking about it now, why corona is back and it went away, and it was like, oh, it never went away. Well, it did went away, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because the news wasn't covering it, look, man, people stopped fucking with it. You know, when the George Floyd situation happened, you know, that the whole corona awareness went away. And they've been talking about another wave, you know what I'm saying? And it's showing you ultimately Esau wants to put this vaccine into place so he could push the RFID chip. You know, that's Satan he had but a short time. So this whole situation could have, and I highly believe that it was you know, premeditated and orchestrated, man. You know. You got the corona, people ain't really going for it, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, all right, well, we're going to get, well, really, if people wasn't going to go for it, they probably knew that and said, we're going to look, we're gonna do something and hire these, hire guns or hire protesters and rioters and looters, which that's been factualized and shown how they people are being paid to loot, riot, and protest. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, in relations to the Antifa, I'm gonna double check it. But regardless of the matter, Esau orchestrated the coronavirus. He owns the patent to it. Babylon, which is America, owns the patent to the coronavirus. Also, there's proof that they're laying out bricks in front of prominent places where there's no construction. Okay, there's videos of Edomites handing people bricks. There's videos of Edomites busting glass. Videos of Edomites stealing things. And then Esau changes the narrative, or changes he creates a new speak. He went from thugs to a mob mentality. That's his new statement. Or it's a mob mentality. These mobs. And it's basically, when you hear that, it's not like they're using generic words. They attach a word specifically to Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? When you say these thugs, it's like, they talking about Jake, man. They talking about niggas. If they could say it, they'd say these niggas, But they wisely or cunningly hide their words and attach it to a people. They'll show Jake out there looting when there's hella Edomites out there looting, right? And then plaster Black Lives Matter as a title. You know what I'm saying? So if in retrospect, if you do anything on planet Earth, you know what I'm saying, and you got a business, it don't matter who. You know what I'm saying? You go on a Pizza Hut, you know what I'm saying? That Pizza Hut member could be off work. Somebody could have ran up on them and spit in their face, and then that person starts to fight and scrap it out, with that person off the street. But then the employee uniform, they put that on the news. You're gonna say Pizza Hut employee fights random citizen, and Esau can pretty much create the narrative when that Pizza Hut employee was defending himself and was assaulted and had the right to fight back. But the fact that you stamp a label on it and you create a narrative, it causes the masses to believe it. And that's what Esau did with this Black Lives Matter situation. That's why, we definitely don't support it, because it ain't nothing but basically putting and generalizing Jake into a box, man. The rebellious, violent, thieving, unreasonable black people. That's what they basically trying to put out there, man. That they're not with this country. They're not with what's going on and how it's going on. Esau is creating a narrative to basically woo not only Esau, but he's also getting these old, house Negroes that think Babylon is the way, and getting them to, also agree with the rhetoric that these elites are spewing, because it's really all about what the elites are spewing, because these low-level Edomites and these low-level Negroes don't know nothing about nothing that's going on behind the curtain, man. So at the end of the day, they're pushing this narrative, and it's crazy, man. It's baffling to me that, they in a place where it's freedom of speech, they're regulating it through Facebook by saying we're going to put an asterisk by it. You should be able to say what the hell you want. They say what the hell they want on the news. You go on CNN, they're saying one thing. You go on ABC, they're saying one thing. You go on Fox, they're saying another. You don't hear them saying, well, you got to fact check it and do this and do that. All of them have, Fox and NBC are on two different sides of the coin. And you don't hear nobody saying you need to fact check them, but both of them are pushing it as though it's facts, man. All right. So now you got, all of a sudden you want to say, oh, yeah, we're gonna post this, but we're gonna put an asterisk by it by saying this is fake news. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because they don't want nobody to, they don't want to quench the spirit of the coronavirus, man. That demon of a spirit, man, which I believe is an actual disease that's out there. I don't believe in the numbers. I believe that that's an actual disease. I believe it was man-made, and I believe it is ultimately pushed worldwide to ultimately push the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, because it says, all shall receive the mark, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond shall receive the mark. You know, and the coronavirus as a pandemic, which means all people, you know what I'm saying? This vaccine will have to be will be connected to all people, and then within the Constitution, they're trying to destroy that ultimately through the guns, through the freedom of speech. 9/11, you can't say you're gonna blow something up. I'm gonna blow the bathroom up. And Jake used that as a notion of saying I'm about to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You can't say certain things or do certain things nowadays because of all these fear-mongering tactics that Esau uses to scare the people into relinquishing their rights, which is another lesson I wanted to go into, basically going over how Esau is based off the New World Order. He's divorcing his old marriage. You know what I'm saying? In order to do that, you got to demonize the old woman, that old marriage, if nothing's wrong with it, you know, in Esau's eyes. So the American way right now, the Constitution and everything, and Esau, I'm talking about basic level, Edomites, there's nothing wrong with the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? They bank on it, they love it, but Esau, in order to implement martial law, New World Order, and for people to be content with it, you got to basically demonize it. It's like a woman. A woman ain't doing nothing wrong. She just, like the scriptures say, you can't leave a woman because you got a sore eye towards her. You know what I'm saying? You know, a woman got to actually do something to you. You know, if she don't go as you have her cut off and give her a bill of divorce. You know, but that's a lesson for later on that I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just going over the fact that, look, Esau is pushing a narrative. He's controlling the narrative. You know what I'm saying? On what he decides is a fact and what he decides is a lie, man. You know, but us doing this work and doing this gospel, man, we shutting that shit down, man. So we can give a goddamn about what Esau deems to be true and deems to be fake, man. You know, fake news, true news, whatever. You can say what you want to say, Esau, but look, this kingdom's going down, man. This kingdom, it's a wrap. All right. You know, as the scriptures say, you think you're gonna eat, but the Lord, you say you think you're gonna eat, but the Lord gonna knock that meal out your hand, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna happen through prophecy, because ultimately Esau can do all this shit through his sorceries, but the ultimate power is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and he's able to stop all that, man. You know? Hey, I want to say call hello to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bashim Kokadas Brakatah. Shalom to the apostles, who are elders whom rule well. Let's say teach you brothers that they're teaching and doing truth and sincerity. The sincere Habatham Zaquayim, and say shalom.